I'm back. What did they say? Like, comment, subscribe? Yeah, do those. Now let's make some pizza. Well, I'm back, everyone. I'm not dead, as some of you may have thought. I'm still alive and kicking, thank God. I almost died because I got into business school. I've been really busy the past year and a half, but yeah, let's talk about this pizza here. So I made a Deadpool pizza, and you're gonna start off with Tipo Double O pizza flour. As I'm recording this, I honestly forgot the amount, but don't worry, I have a website. This is all on my website that I built out, and all the amounts and proportions are there. Because you're gonna start off with flour, obviously for pizza, and then I have an electric tea kettle that I use. Electric tea kettle, and this is it. And it's a pretty solid kettle. So you're gonna heat that water up to about 105 degrees Fahrenheit. I measured out a little bit of sugar, about 5 grams of sugar roughly, and about 3 to 4 grams of yeast. And so you're gonna take all those components there and then mix it all up in your warm water, not hot water, warm water, because hot water kills your yeast, and we don't wanna kill our yeast, right? Right? Come here. We're not killing our yeast. This has been a tough year. Wildfires, losing TikTok. The last we want to do is murder our yeast. We're not yeast murderers. Come on, now let's get back to business. All right, now that you haven't killed your yeast, you're just gonna sit there and let it rest for about 7 to 10 minutes. That's it. And as you do that, you're gonna sit there and it's just gonna rise and bubble up and produce carbon dioxide because it's activating. This is called fermentation, the same process that makes beer, except we're not making beer today. And then once that's done, after about 10 minutes, you're gonna pour your yeast mixture into your dough and let it mix for a couple of minutes until it starts to form a nice, solid looking piece of dough. Now right here, you can see I had a little bit of trouble getting it out because it's a little sticky, but honestly, you want it to be a stickier dough, unlike other doughs that you might be normally working with. And this is very sticky, as you can see. And then after that, you're gonna roll your dough into a ball, oil a bowl, and cover it and let it rest for about an hour and a half or until it's almost doubled in size in a warm area. Now, I like to put mine on top of my oven because I found that the residual heat helps, but do as you please. Now, we're chopping garlic. I hate chopping garlic, but look, you're gonna use about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Clearly, I hate chopping garlic here. This is what it's gonna look like, finely chopped. Set it aside, and now we grab our can of San Marzano tomatoes. Now, I actually do specifically use San Marzano tomatoes for my pizza because they are a little bit naturally sweeter. You don't have to add anything else. They are very sweet. And I like to use basil for my pizza as well because I just think the flavor combination is impeccable. You can't beat it. So now we're gonna saute our garlic a little bit and then eventually we'll toss in the basil. Now, I knew better than this right here. I cook all the damn time. Why did I throw in those wet basil leaves into oil? Don't ask me, but this is me being a little scared, and then eventually I tossed in my crushed tomatoes. You don't see me crushing them, but I did crush them in my blender. I literally just pulsed them like 3 times. So they're not blended, crushed and pulsed. And then after your dough is done rising, you're gonna cut it into, I did about, 4 little balls there. And at this point, you're going to tuck them away and put them in the fridge and do a second proof if you want to. Now, I actually had dough I made the day before, if you look behind me there. And I don't know why I poured so much flour on here on my cutting board. I think it's because I got nervous. I usually just sprinkle it and I went overboard. And so you're gonna see me use a rolling pin, which may be kind of a sin to do, I don't know. But I use a rolling pin to flatten my dough because I actually want a very thin crust for once. And I only really achieved it a few times. I usually kind of make my dough, put it in the center, and then kind of flatten it out purely with my hands. But I used my rolling pin this time to get me a better achievable outcome, I guess you could say. And then we flattened it out. I had a very thin dough, which is exactly what I wanted. Did it all by hand after we got it decently flat. And then you're just gonna see me make the crust here and just really try to form it as best as I can. And you can do the same thing too. Now, you need semolina flour. You're gonna use that because this is what's going to help prevent your dough from sticking to the pizza peel. And you can see right here, I got a little nervous because it started to stick to the cutting board. And I was kind of like, what the f***? I almost had to call my friend Luigi Mangione to come help me with that. But we don't talk about him. He's in prison. So now we're just going to take our sauce and we're just going to pour. I poured a decent amount. Usually I go a little bit lighter, but for the sake of this video, I need that deep red sauce to be pretty visible. And I wanted to have a little fun with flavor. So I poured a pretty liberal amount of sauce on here. And you just start out in the center by pouring a dollop on there. And see how I'm doing it? Just working out from the center to the outside. From the center to the outside, guys. It's not hard. Now, next part is the olives to get the shape of the Deadpool logo. And we did a pretty good job. You can kind of see the logo right there. Again, second part of me freaking out in this video is it was damn near not coming off the pizza peel. Got a little nervous because this is a part that I could easily screw up. And thank God we did not mess that up. That is based on experience and the desire to achieve clout for this video is how I did that without screwing it up. And then you take it out of the oven and it looks pretty good. You can see it's a little off center right now, but I fixed that in a couple of seconds here. And then we're essentially just gonna take our burrata cheese. I mean, you can use fresh mozzarella, which is what burrata is kind of, but yeah, mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, burrata. And you're gonna use that and it's just gonna naturally melt because the pizza is so hot. But I got a very nice crust in the oven. As you can see, that nice brown char on the crust there. Could have gotten a little bit better, but hey, this works for what I wanted with this video. And look, I got the nice perfect thin crust, a lot of olives, basil. I could have gotten the char on the bottom, but to be honest, I've never been able to achieve a perfect char on the bottom. And yeah, that's a Deadpool pizza, everyone. Enjoy. All right, you made it to the end of this video, and that's a big deal. So I just want to say thank you if you did. I have 4 things to say. 1 being thank you. 2, follow me on the other platforms, TikTok, Instagram. My Instagram is so dead, but I am posting. I just have no followers. And I am on Red Note just in case. Don't know what's gonna happen with that one. Also, I have a website that I'm building. It's joshuarcopeland.com. It's the same as my username, my handles. Joshua R. Copeland is all of my handles, and so is my website, joshuarcopeland.com. All recipes will go on there. Now imagine what happens if I keep this up for years and this turns into a giant catalog of recipes of hundreds, potentially spreading into thousands. You see where we're going with this, right? Number 3, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, or if you just want to talk to me in the comments, that's cool too, or have recipe requests. I'm here to talk to you, answer any questions you have. Finally, number 4, thank you again, and I will see you next week.